What's going on,
Woo!
everybody? Welcome to the Earth and Sky Interactive. It's the wrap up, people. It's the weekly wrap up. We wrapped
It's a
it up.
wrap.
We wrapped it up. You know what I'm saying? Getting that in before midnight. We're gonna wrap it up for you.
Boing. Yes.
You
We're
know what
gonna
I'm
get it in
saying?
before midnight, and then we're still going hard tomorrow.
Oh
What?
yeah. Don't forget tomorrow's the weekend freestyle where
Weekend
anything
freestyle,
goes.
baby.
Anything goes. Basically, it's no holds barred. We gonna touch on all different types of things,
Everything.
more things.
Everything. Hey man, what's going on, my brother? How you doing, man?
Oh man, you know what I'm saying? Just holding it down, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a very early start. So your boy doing the do at 10:52.
You got the Dunkins at 10:52.
Bruh, look, I can't short the people.
I didn't know they was still open.
Gotta give the people what they want. Oh, bro, I got look. I got Dunkin' here at the crib, bro.
Oh.
I got cups, man.
Oh, okay. Well, here's my Dunkin'.
There you go.
Dunkin'
There you
H2O.
go. Because 4:30 came. Oh, well, trust. I've got my peace water.
Yes. Okay.
So I've got that, but I know for a fact we be halfway through the flow and your boy's energy level be fading, and I can't do that to the people. You know what I'm saying? They demand a certain level of energy. I got to bring it. I got to bring it regardless. The show must go on.
Look, that's why I couldn't play no games with him, man. I said, look, man, we gave him Friday night off to get their mind right. It's been a long week. Now we're gonna hit y'all Saturday night to make sure y'all understand why we gave y'all that time. And that's what it is.
Yeah, because we about to hit y'all back to back tonight
to back.
And tomorrow.
You know how we do it.
So we will be right back at you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Probably a lot earlier, actually. A lot earlier in the flow tomorrow. But you know what I'm saying? It might be a special show tomorrow. We're playing it by ear. Either way, we're gonna be on. But tomorrow might be a special show. We can't let the cat out the bag just yet.
Not just yet.
You know, but man, you know, it's good to be back on that day off. You know what I mean? I mean, honestly, when you do something you love to do, it's not really this ain't a hobby for us people. We've been doing this for 20 plus years. 20
It's just what we do.
Years. It's just what we do. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's beyond a hobby at this point. You know what I mean? We just enjoy bringing it to you. We enjoy edutaining you because this is not for entertainment purposes. This is for edutainment purposes only.
You know what?
You not edutained. Go to earthandskyapparel.com.
You know what I'm saying? Are you not edutained? earthandskyapparel.com. He ain't said nothing wrong. People. Ask yourself, if you do it and you don't get paid to do it, but you do it and you do it every day and you do it every day that you're supposed to do it, and that makes it a way of life. And if you really want to know what a way of life is, it's a culture. So what we are doing to you is just bringing you the culture live. This is the guerrilla culture, man. We spread truth, we spread love, we live, we laugh, we love on a day-to-day basis. You know, we cry sometimes. It is what it is, but we do it, and we do it, and we get through it because we're gorillas, and we know that that's what has to be done. Now, on the other side of that, a whole lot of extras, a whole lot of rewards, a whole lot of payoffs for being loyal to the energy.
Oh, because the energy will call you to the carpet.
The energy will call you to the carpet.
Call you to wherever you're going to get called to, but the energy will call you. And you don't want it calling you because when that happens, you have no choice. You've now been sequestered.
And when you're sequestered, that $5 word for saying, get over here. That's what you better do.
Yeah.
Get over here.
You know what I'm saying? And there's no getting out of this one. You look, you might have got out of some duty before, but you ain't getting out of when the energy calls you. Because when the energy calls you, yeah, been there, done that. Speaking from experience, people. You don't want it. You don't want that smoke.
In the words of the holster, what are you gonna do, brother, when the energy gets on you, brother? It'll bring you. It'll take you out to the mat, brother. It'll do a flying leaping lizard, a little leaper popo on your brother. It'll on your head, pound drive you, brother. You better bring it in, brother. That's right. What are you gonna do when energy runs all through you, brother?
Here's what you do. You go to the Earth and Sky Interactive weekly wrap up. That's exactly what you do, and get your life right. Get right. This is that get right.
You know, hey, y'all gotta forgive me. I'm super hyped, and I got the hiccups, and I'm drinking water, so I'm super juiced right now. Super juiced.
He's got water, and I got Dunkin'. Yeah, that'll let you know what's really going on, right?
Hey, so what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you say weekly wrap up?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things. First
thing. What's the first thing?
First thing this week I'm gonna be honest with you, and it might surprise you. Kanye had another record release party and set himself on fire. Troop up, people. Troop up. The man set himself on fire. Now, mind you, we don't have a script here, people. We don't do the script thing. We don't do that. So that'll let you know how in tune Earth and Sky really is. You know what I'm saying? Because that right there, I can't believe he did it. Like, and I really had to actually, look, I don't believe a lot of things that they say, but it's a thing. It was actually him.
On fire.
It wasn't a stunt double. Yep. He actually set himself on fire.
Yep.
For his third record release party.
Third.
Dude, look.
Now, was this one a sellout also?
When isn't anything he does a sellout? Because basically, look, man, he again, we talked about it.
Right.
Is he a wizard or an alchemist? This man is an alchemist. This man turns shit into platinum. That's what he does.
Easy.
You know what I'm saying? And for those of you who don't truly believe the hype, the man is a billionaire. Billionaire.
Whether 2 billion or 6 billion, you be the decider. But the point is, he is a billionaire. Billionaire.
So love him or hate him, the man knows how to market himself. He understands energy. He understands how to transmute that energy into what he needs it to be, which obviously for him is, because obviously he doesn't care what you think of him, but he uses that energy, and he's the man you love to hate. But look, Donda's going to be one of the hottest albums out. He's going to have 2 or 3 songs from the album in the top 10 again. So, I mean, notice nobody's calling him out for a versus.
Let me ask you, and this is going to be a crazy question. If you had a versus with Kanye, who would you put him up against?
There's only one person you could put him up against, honestly.
Go ahead and tell him.
Jay.
Exactly, big brother.
You'd have no choice but to put him up against Jay-Z because basically there's nobody else that's got that deep of a catalog that could even mess with him. Well, my bad. We do have a late entry into that race.
Who?
His name is Mocha. That'd be Jamie.
Who?
Jamie.
Okay. No,
Jamie, MC Mocha.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna put MC Mocha up against Kanye?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
He's a late entry into the race. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, there's no way any. I mean, I'm thinking like when you talk about styles of music and you talk about literally getting in it, he's the only one. The only one. Like, there are other people with just as big as a catalog of music. To be honest with you, there are people with more of a catalog, even bigger, expansive catalog than him.
Yeah.
But when you talk about hits after hits after hits, platinum, double platinum, triple platinum, 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 platinum. The man, everything he touches is platinum, platinum, platinum.
He's got the platinum touch.
Yeah.
Everything he touched turns to platinum.
Yeah. I mean, he just call him Platty.
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 Good old Platty McGee. Platty McGee is of the platinum descent and has been making platinum since platinum's been in existence.
Yes.
And he is just another in the legion of platinum creators that continues to make platinum. This dude is going to make the album of his life. I'm just going to say it. There's no telling where he goes after Donda, but I think that he is preparing for this like really the last 7 albums, last 5 albums that he gave us, which was over a short, like a weekly period. They were dropping albums every week, you know. So the last album that he gave us was like the Kid Cudi Kanye album, the Kanye album, the oh my gosh, Daytona by jeez, I can't think of his name right now. It's right on the tip of my tongue.
Well, to help
Pusha T. Then he gave you an album by Tiana Taylor. All right. So this dude gave you like 5 albums, all 7 songs on each one. Specifically, why do you give 7 songs on 5 albums, 35 songs?
Well,
only Kanye knows.
Jamie's got a question. It's like, which Kanye album was better than The Blueprint?
Better than The Blueprint?
I look. I'm gonna go there.
Okay, well, what you got? I'll tell you what I got.
His first album.
Nah, I'm look better than The Blueprint. See, he's talking about Blueprint, so he's going in to Jay-Z's 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
5th album.
If not the first album, if not Kanye's first album, then definitely a second.
I will tell you which one, and this is just my take on it. My Twisted Dark Fantasy.
Okay.
The one where he had Nicki Minaj, Rick Ross, Jay-Z, Pusha T. He had them all on there, and that was his classiest album. Don't get me wrong. I will not take anything from the original classic like College Dropout or Graduation is really my favorite album by him. But I will say my Twisted Dark Fantasy is ultimately his most artistic product. But you can also say that if we were just not ready for the Yeezus album, you know what I'm saying? I love 808s and Heartbreaks. He's got a couple that can go depending on who you're asking to, but my favorite Twisted Dark my Twisted Dark Fantasy. That's it.
Well, you know, Jamie's like, well, Biggie's better than both. Yes, only problem is Biggie only came out with 2 albums.
Nothing to compare him to.
I mean, if Biggie would have stayed on the earth, if he's not like somewhere in a small remote country living like a
hiding out,
basically he would have surpassed all of them. But unfortunately, because to have a versus, you actually have to have a library, a catalog. Like,
and Biggie wouldn't have cut it.
He wouldn't have,
even though he gave you 3 albums.
Well, because the one was a double CD.
Right. Life After Death was a double CD. and literally he gave you almost like, I want to say like 15 songs on both albums.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's almost like I still to this very day say that they were setting Biggie up for the death anyway. Like, you know, Biggie after his second album realized that he wanted to go somewhere else.
Even if he wanted his own.
Huh?
He was about to start. Think about it. He signed Junior Mafia. He signed. Kim would have easily went with him.
Easily. But guess what that would have meant? That would have meant that Bad Boy would have fallen on his face. Now, if Bad Boy was smart, what Bad Boy would have done was sign Biggie to a different deal where like a production deal to where he's actually now producing albums just like J. Cole did with Dreamville. Right. And then our Jay-Z did with Rockefeller. You know, because they were all independent partners. You wanted to form a partnership, but no, they had to kill that man. They had to take him out of there. Why? Because if he would have left, he would have left the powers that be. Now, here's the one consistency that both camps said when Tupac was killed and Biggie was killed. They were both looking to leave their respective labels. Biggie was looking to leave Bad Boy, and Tupac was looking to leave Death Row. Start his own album.
And they were the two premier labels at the time.
There was nothing else
at the time. Right. Which again sets up the East Coast, West Coast, sets up the, like you said, it's real easy at that point to, well, both y'all gotta go. Like not one of y'all, both y'all gotta go. Because think about it. Pac easily surpasses Death Row. And every West Coast rapper signs with him. Death Row's done. They don't sign anyone. Or whoever Pac decides not to sign might go to Death Row. Or literally they hop coasts and sign with Biggie.
And watch this. Pac also would have then had the opportunity to go back and work with Dre.
Game completely 100% unequivocally over. Over.
If he gets back with Dre, it's over.
I gotta say,
give me that bomb beat from Dre. Let me serenade the streets of LA from Oakland to Sacktown, the Bay Area and back down. See, if you listen to that, man, I don't know if that was my inspiration for or did I come out with Washington State Primates before that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I can say honestly that was not my inspiration. But if I listen to both songs, the way he screams out those areas, it was just like I was screaming them out in Washington State Primates.
Oh yeah,
that's my take, Jamie. My twisted dark fantasy on Kanye.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Kanye again, man. Kanye. Look, as above, so below. That's real. We've talked about it. You've got your above, which is Jay and Bay, and then you had your below, which was Kim and Kanye.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes.
Kanye was like a Midwest mix of Jay and our Big and Pac, our Jay and Pac, actually.
Well,
he had the business of Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And then he had the artistic creation of Pac. Because what people don't give Pac credit for is that he was a creator. He was a creator, hands down. He was a content creator, and he got that from being in the years of being in that school for the arts.
Oh yeah.
So he knew how to make songs, make music. So that's why anything he touched was acting brought to music that made for great listening.
Well, I mean, that's why Death Row, Suge didn't sign him to albums. Suge signed him to a number of songs. Like, look, once you're done with this number of songs, I don't give a damn what you do. So what did Pac do? Pac got to writing. And he got to writing, and he got to writing, and he got to writing, and he got to writing. Now, isn't it a coinky dink Pac actually was done writing. Pac on the low had actually already launched his label and already came out with Machiavelli.
Yep.
He had to go. He literally had to go.
What's Jamie saying now?
It says y'all have to remember that y'all are talking to a West Coast hillbilly who's sipping whiskey. Just finished watching NASCAR and wondering, should I get my truck lifted a few more inches?
We understand, Jamie. We understand. You got to understand
that. Get it lifted. Get it lifted. Get it lifted. You're going to need it because it's about to get pretty thick in California, as you already know.
Yeah, we this is something we've had a chance to run the scenarios over. You know what I'm saying? Just like AI, we're running ones and O's together to figure out what this would have been, what that would have been, what the universe would have lined up if this would have happened, if Pac and Biggie would have got back together to do an album, respectively leaving both of their designated companies, and then on top of that, the Void break. How did they get out of the East Coast West Coast rivalry with their musical capabilities? Using that would have been would have
never been allowed to happen.
Oh my gosh!
Because the industry,
you can only imagine the greatness that would have came from it.
If that happens, Drake doesn't exist.
Oh my gosh, Drake doesn't exist. Eminem doesn't exist.
DMX
doesn't really take
off. M still would have made it. Eminem still would have been there because he had Dre. He'd have made
it. I know he had Dre. I know he had
not
Dre.
Have made it.
Here's the reason why I say that. The only reason why I say that, the only reason is because Pac and Biggie had a stranglehold on the whole game. Nobody else was eating unless you were in their camps.
Well, think about it. And just would have signed with Pac. Or signed with Biggie. Because you got to think about it. A lot of people don't know this. He actually sent the demo to Fat Joe. And Fat Joe was like, meh. And to this day, that's one of Fat Joe's biggest fuck-ups was the fact that, I could have signed them. He didn't sign them. And then a mixtape or a tape got in the hands of Dre. So any way you look at it, M still would have signed. It's just who he would have signed with. I think he would have went the Dre route, which means he would have went the Pac route. You see what I'm saying?
But here's my question to you.
Drake ain't making it.
Here's my question to you. Do you honestly believe the Eminem's album fell on Dre just because by happenstance it was in a garbage bag that Dre was about to throw out? And I mean, I personally don't believe that story.
No,
I don't.
Look.
I believe Eminem. Here's just my take. I believe Eminem was an industry plant that they were going to get through the gates anyway because he had all the talent. He had the connectability to connect to the African American culture of hip hop and be able to, one, mesh, but two, blow him out of the frame as like the all-star artist that he is. So I don't think that, I don't know if he would have landed with Dre. I do agree with you. He, a talent like that is going to get through, even if they set it up for him to get through, or if he climbs his way through and makes it in. Is it as glorious of a story? That's what's going to change. But he would have still made it out there. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, he still would have got there. It's just how his road would have been different. But I still think he gets there because basically, I mean, dude, he battle rapping in a spot where really, of course you pick the dude who's got the skills and is more polished. You see what I'm saying? And that's what you run with. If you look at it, they say Proof had more skills than him. That's kind of sickening if you think about it.
Very.
But he wasn't polished. So
you know what?
It's out there like that.
I don't even think it would have been about polishing. I think that it would have been more so about marketability. Here's what makes Eminem the phenom. If you take those same skills and abilities, verbal, everything, and you apply that to anybody else but Eminem. In other words, someone black, someone Mexican, someone Chinese, doesn't matter. Anybody else but Eminem, the white rapper, you do not have the same effect. You don't. And the reason why you don't is because of marketability. Look
where he came from.
No, I understand that, but let's keep it 1K because we.
But that added to his legitimacy, is what I'm saying. Right? Like if he came from Nebraska, completely different program.
Let's keep it 1K. I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper than that because we were talking about this not even 3 hours ago, not even 5 hours ago, over at the place where I was at before. And truth be told, what made Eminem was he was the white whale. Okay, let's not skate around that one. He was the white whale, and not only was he the white whale, he was brought to a market that was in desperate need of a white artist who could hang with the greatest artists in a genre. So he was that one. That's why Vanilla Ice couldn't do it. Milk Boy couldn't do it. Pete Rock and Minister Pete Smooth and
you mean Third Base?
Third Base. Let's just say Third Base. They couldn't do it.
Third base was basically a city thing. They wouldn't. They came out with like 2 songs that went national. Other than that, they were underground artists. Like they would never be all of that. You know what I'm saying?
They came out of time when the industry itself was still underground. That's why Gasface made the pub that it made, because they were able to get out of like the regular stuff.
But that was their biggest mainstream jump, though.
Huh?
That was their biggest mainstream jump. They didn't have anything else that went kablamo.
Nothing.
You see what I'm saying? Like nothing. But in the city, in the Northeast, they'd sell out shows, had been selling out shows, and probably could still sell out shows in the Northeast. But nationally?
But see, here's the thing. The reason why I say Third Base was a cool step is because rap still wasn't a global phenom at that time. It was picking up steam. It was still getting there. It was not as finite as it was to where, like, when M came out, it was concrete. You had gangster rap from the West, you had hip hop from the Northeast, you had the dirty stuff starting to creep into, and then you had.
Well, they didn't creep.
And then you had the
Midwest. They just kicked the door in.
Yeah,
they didn't creep. They there was no creeping. They literally was just like, yo, check the technique. Bow, hi, how you doing? Like, we're all here, all of us. Not just but they did it. They did it in such a smooth way though, because it was like the door got opened and everybody bum rushed the door. It wasn't like one and then another one. There was no trickle.
Well, the only reason why you say that is because you weren't in the South while it was happening.
Right.
Now watch. Here's the facts. Here's the fact that I'm gonna give you. All right. Before Outkast, there was MC Shy D.
Yeah. Oh, that's
DJ Raheem. There was Cocaine. I can't remember his name, but he came out with a song called Cocaine. They got it bubbling, right? And then there was Parental Advisory, PA. But then in a short little brief period where there was nothing, because they were actually dropping they were dropping singles. They weren't dropping. There was no artist that could come out dropping an album besides Shy D. He was the only one. And Shy D went national.
Yeah.
Right. But when out around the time the PA came out, Parental Advisory, after their brief stint, then that's when LaFace came out, and then they dropped the Christmas album where Outkast was on it. And from that single with Outkast, which was a tester for them and TLC, then the Outkast came in. They came out first, and then Goody Mob trickled in, and then it was like that's when the South really started booming because of the BET Awards. Or no, was it the BET Awards or the Source Awards? Source Awards, where Andre said he stuck the flag in the ground and said, he said, look, the South got something to say. And that's all I got to say about that. When he said that, that's when you started having more songs from Outkast going platinum. Goody Mob came out with Cell Therapy, boom, platinum. And then they just started picking up from there. So that was the ramp up. Then there was a gap. Then T.I. came out. And then there was a gap again. Wait, there was a gap again. And guess who else came out? Ludacris. So when
Ludacris came out before T.I.
Actually, T.I. came out shortly after, but they were almost right neck and neck. But what happened was
Ludacris had been on the radio forever.
Right. Ludacris had that his catchy style brought more attention to it, but then T.I. came out with the trap. So he brought it back to the trap. So when you had Outkast, Goody Mob, T.I., and Ludacris out, because Ludacris left the record, he left.
But you left out a group.
97.5. He left 97.5 to become a solo artist. And with those four, I mean, they open a door up for 8 Ball and MJG. They open a door. I mean, they connected with the Southwest, which was UGK and Ghetto Boys. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when the South connected to California, and that's when the South started really bubbling up. Why I say that. It didn't come as a trickle effect because you had to be, if you were out of the trickle effect, the area which was the zone of Georgia and the Southeast Florida, and it was a trickle effect down there. But you're right. Jeezy came out. It was.
Dude, it was a rap. It was a rap.
A rap.
It was a rap.
They didn't just lock it down. They give me that. Give me that. Give me that.
I mean, look. Jermaine Dupri basically was just like, yeah. Look, if you ain't from here, don't come down here.
Right.
Like we got it on lock. Have a good day. I mean. Yeah. That right there was something different. That was something different. Now, Charlie spoke on a topic. He brought up KRS-One BDP, who was also in the media here recently, stating that he said LL will get 8 up in verses.
I was gonna get to that. Nori, let's whoa. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Charlie. Here's what happens. LL and Nori are hanging out at a function, and Nori gives props and says that LL in a versus battle against anybody is going to win, and shitted on everybody when he said it. He said, and then he threw out KRS-One. But that's two different styles. KRS-One is not flash and glam. He's not love making songs. So he doesn't fit into that diaspora. I would never put LL up against KRS-One. Two different styles. But go ahead. I'm sorry. That's what I got. So yes, good job, Charlie. Good job.
Troop up. Look, remember I told you we have a new we have a new segment. KRS-One. I take my straw, LL, and I put it in your milkshake. And I drink your milkshake. Yes. The first recipient of the I Drink Your Milkshake award goes to LL. He would get his milkshake completely ran out the frame. As lyrically gifted as that man is, I give him mad props.
Mad props.
Look, honestly, one of my favorite songs to this day is Bad. Like,
nobody can rap quite like I can. I take a muscle-bound man to put his face in the sand.
I mean, look, forget Oreos, eat Cool J cookies.
I'm bad.
I mean, he took it to he ate cannabis up because cannabis basically came out of
cannabis came surface level. Cannabis did not, and I feel like Cannabis had a better fight in that one. But the truth be told, LL was all right. So let me break it down. LL was the golden boy before Jay-Z. Jay-Z was the next golden boy. Nas was supposed to be the golden boy, but Nas's album had lackluster record sales, so that could not be the golden boy.
Well, Nas didn't have.
You breaking up on me, man.
Yeah, I did for some strange reason, and it's kind of weird because I shouldn't be. I'm good. But yeah, it's saying that there's a low signal for some bizarreness.
No worries.
But no, we're back.
You're good now.
We're back.
You're good now.
So Nas wasn't really that national flow. Like LL national.
See, while you breaking up, I'm gonna hop in there. Nas was on fire from Live at the Barbecue on the Main Source original album. So he was on the Main Source album, Live at the Barbecue. Him, Large Professor, Akinelli, and then of course I think there was somebody else, and that got Nas bubbling. But Nas' style was at the time when it was phasing in from, hardcore rap styles to more marketable money-making styles. So that was the difference. So there was a little barrier in between there to where Nas, his style would have been premier had he been in a time where it wasn't about the album sales and it was about the lyricism, which was the time right before Jay-Z came out. So Jay-Z phases in shortly after Nas doesn't reach those expectations. Brought in by who? Def Jam. Okay, so let's not forget Def Jam and Rockefeller formed a partnership that allowed them to kind of piggyback and do the first distribution partnership that was done in the game.
I don't think Nas really didn't go over well on the West Coast.
Nas didn't go over on the West Coast because Nas was too freaking lyrical. Nas was the most lyrical artist at that time based off of his styles. Go back and listen to Illmatic and anything else that came out of that year, and you will not find a more lyrical artist at that time.
His wordplay was on a completely different level, which is why he still exists to this day. Why he just dropped an album that's bumping.
Yes, classic. His latest is a classic. I'll give it to you.
So when you look at it, so talking on the whole versus thing, right? You you could throw Nas in a battle royale versus with Jay and Kanye.
That would be nice to see. I don't think they're ready for a battle royale. I think that's something they're gonna eventually get to, as a battle royale, to where you're just playing the top hits of several different individuals. I don't think they're there yet. We might have just put that idea into the ether. You might have just created that whole battle royale versus, to where it's not just 2, it's 3, maybe even 4 individuals.
No, 3. Because 1, 3 is my number, and 2,
I like that.
3 is that look. 3 is that deciding. So you can go 50-50. But you're going to need that tiebreaker. You're going to need that one person who's going to make the deciding vote. You need the third. You always need 3 pillars. A pyramid. 3. You see what I'm saying? 3.
3, 6, 9.
Bingo. Go Tesla. So, in my opinion, I would pay top dollar to watch that. Because you're getting. I might even get tickets and go to it, because that is a concert of epic proportions.
There's a tour coming after that.
Oh, that's why I would get tickets to go to the Versus, because tour tickets are going to be like $5-6 grand.
They're going to be up there, So I mean, needless to say, I know we got far off the subject.
No, because it all started with good old Donda lighting himself up.
So that's what I wanted to holler at. Okay. Back to Kanye.
Yes.
Kanye is now officially performing rituals in front of everyone. Okay. Kanye is using the energy from the crowd to create the greatest album ever created.
He's an alchemist. We spoke on that.
I know.
We spoke on the fact that this man is taking the energy.
Yeah.
The love him or hate him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna transmute that. It's a lot of this, whole lot of this. Kim, no Kim, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Which brings me up to the second thing. He had Kim in this one, and he didn't have her in the first 2. And guess what? She's in a wedding dress.
Yeah. Stating, I love him. I still love him. And we need, look here. People, scripted. It's all scripted. It's all scripted. You really think Jay and Bay are in a loving relationship? Do you really?
Do you really think they go to bed? Oh, baby, I love you. Good night. Good night.
Look, he sleeps in his bedroom in the East Wing. She sleeps in her bedroom in the West Wing, and they meet in the middle with the kids. I mean, that's business. That was a business relationship.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? That was a business relationship at the end of the day, just like Kanye and Kim. Business relationship. You know what I'm saying? Although Jamie does chime in and say that his wife's ass is better than Kim's. Bless you, Jamie. Bless you, my good man.
Bless you, brother.
Bless you. Know what I'm saying?
That's all I can say.
I mean,
and especially if she got it without paying for it, because we already know that Kim done spent some dollars on that ass.
Oh, and she got to maintain it because see, here's the thing: Kim's is false advertising at the end of the day. Because if you look at the sex tape, her first sex tape, look at the booty shapage. Now look at the booty shapage.
Well, you got to think that's 2 kids. You know what happens to a woman after she drops that baby?
No, bro. No. See, that's no. That was before 2000. Now And after 2000, now we've all seen women who've had 4 or 5 kids, and you're like, damn, you've got how many kids? Boobies is nice and perky, natural. Booty, ping, ping. I'm talking set the cup on it. Set the cup on it. The jingling baby. I'm talking about the booty cheeks.
Go ahead, baby.
I ain't talking about the titties, I'm about the booty cheeks, the jingling baby. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah, bro. Yeah.
It's getting hectic. It's getting kind of hectic. It's getting kind of hectic. All right, so what else did you want to rap about, man? We done gave Kanye enough flow tonight.
Oh, yeah, but that should just have me kind of, I had to laugh at that. I really did have to laugh at that. I mean,
yeah.
It was comedy at its finest.
Because for real, he is performing alchemy, bro. He is.
Well, okay. Seeing that you asked me, I ask you the question, my good Rilla Earth. What's on your brain this evening?
Well, because you took the thing that was on my brain, which was the Kanye and Flames, you know what I'm saying? Is it time for an update? Can we do an update? Okay, so for you guys that don't know, we call it an update. We don't do the no extra names. Update. Here's an update on the latest. I want to say her name is Catherine Grady.
For those of you who don't follow this man on Instagram, you really should. Because my man went in on the video and he was just sitting back with it. He was like, Now, you trying to tell me that the person with the power is what? Again, that's stuff that should be national headlines and people should be busting in doors over that shit.
Right.
Just my opinion.
Christine Grady. Sorry. Christine Grady. So, Christine Grady, who is the director. Let me read it. Christine Grady is an American nurse and biochemist who serves as the head of the Department of Bioethics at the National Institute of Health Clinical Center. Here's why I bring that up. Because she is the one responsible for the testing and the results that are given to, let's just say it, the FDA for approval of what? The juice, the jab sauce,
the jabby jab,
the jabby jab sauce. And she also is married to an illustrious figure who's been so prominent since 2020. Before never heard of.
Who that?
That, my friend, I would have to say, is none other than Dr. Anthony Fauci.
Oh.
So the person, our group, our company, our organization in charge with providing the test results for the FDA to kind of say yay or nay on the approval aspect is none other than the wife of Dr. Anthony Fauci. I don't know where else to go with that one right there, but that was big enough news for me. I don't know about you. I'm just saying. There you go. Know what you want to do with it. Out the bag. Look, meow meow.
There's really, I mean, let's keep it 10K.
10K.
What else can you really say? It's fucking absurd.
Let's keep it 1080p.
I mean, it like smoke coming out of my ears, like wheels spinning so fast. You
count,
but
count.
No one is questioning this. The media is
hush, hush.
Other politicians are
hush, hush.
Like, how you and but and then it, Well, see, the thing is, the people who know question it. There's not enough. That should be look. You want a true global pandemic? That's a fucking global pandemic. That is a pandemic. That's double dipping. That's insider trading. Martha Stewart went to prison for that shit.
People have been jailed for less.
People have been killed for less.
Weed with Snoop Dogg, so she should have never went down.
Look, people have been killed for less. Let's just keep that again. If we go in 8K with it, which is the latest TV stuff, bruh, there's just how can you and be not dated in the past, not divorced from current spouse. But there's no insider information being passed back and forth in the pillow talk.
Is the idea of population control starting to look a little bit clearer, people? Just saying.
Jamie put because if I question it, I'm racist. No, if somebody thinks that, that's their problem. I really ain't got no problem with it. Shit, call me racist, call me what you want to call me, dude. It's fucked up and it needs to be talked about on all levels because there's no possible way that. Now let's just think about this. Now let's just think about this. Now again, Martha Stewart knew about stocks. Human lives were not going to be lost.
None. Not a nan nutter.
She went to prison and actually did her time, minus it was Fed time. So she had the nice little cookie cell. She got to still cook. She had her own TV. She got to come and go.
A couple of heads.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
she shipped a couple of people. You know,
she redecorated the whole Joan. You know what I'm saying? We get it. But dude, this chimping. Straight
chimping. Straight chimping. And I like what Charlie said. He said, if you question it, Hillary will kill you. Yeah.
Look,
you know, if you question anything, somebody.
I got some business for her too. Because I don't think she gave birth to Chelsea. I don't think Hillary's ever had a penis in her vagina ever.
Now,
and I said it.
Wait a second now. I know a lot of good black brothers who would say that Hillary, once upon a time, was that white girl that they would bag and tag. Because when she first got her early days, Hillary
would bag and tag. You said would. If a brother didn't hit that, he'd have came out with it. That ain't something you keep under the pillow. That ain't something that's kept under the carpet. You see what I'm saying? No, and no. Look, man. She knew Bill was getting his knob polished in Arkansas. She knew. They all knew, which is how they set him up so smooth in the White House. Like, oh, yes, and you think that you created the internet with you and your boy Al. Well, we told y'all to slow your roll and watch your tone, and you didn't. So at this point, Yeah, we got to send the head doctor in to get him. Send a specialist.
Well, let's not forget that Bill had bodies, and Bill was one of the biggest dope dealers in Arkansas's history prior to even, assuming the role of presidency. So, you know what I'm saying? But, here's the thing, right? With all that being said, you've got the leader of the quest to stomp out, mash out COVID-19. I guess we can say that part. You know what I'm saying? Which is Dr. Anthony Fauci. And he hits a rough patch with those emails and a couple of other things that happened.
But he had to hit a rough patch. Look, nobody can go through completely unscathed because, truth be told, he may end up being he might be the 2022, 2023 Ollie North. Somebody's gonna have to go down with the ship.
Yeah.
Ollie made a comeback. He disappeared for about 10 years.
But you got to think about it, right? You got to think about it. What they're doing to keep him afloat keeps the whole idea of what's going on afloat. Because think about it now. If he loses his credibility, trapdoor.
Oh, we have lost Earth. He will be back in a second. But he's right. He is 1,000% absolutely positively correct. Because what happens is, if this gets if the lid gets blown off of this, there's a problem. There's a major, because they're covering up for other people. Again, all this is still a smokescreen, even though, like I said, he probably gonna be the fall guy. But here's my question, though. Who are they really protecting at the end of the day? Or what is the actual agenda? Because as we're starting to see, this is kind of scripted, like it's been like set up. Like, wait a minute. So you're trying to tell me that Fauci was in on the drill that was created or helped created by Mr. Bill Gates back then. But yet and still, he was with the CDC then. He's the man there now. I mean, it just stinks. It just stinks. Like, why don't people remember this? A fish rots from the head down. A fish does not start rotting from the tail. A fish does not start rotting from the stomach. It does not rot from the fin. A fish rots from the head down. But what the problem is, it's trying to find the head and trying to find which head. Because basically, okay. For those of you who are down with the Marvel Universe, it's kind of like Hydra. You think you know who the head is. You think you know where the head is. But do you really know which one's the head? Because a lot of heads have been chopped off, quote unquote. But it keeps growing back. It keeps coming back in a different form. It keeps coming back in a different flow. To be perfectly honest with you, it's really starting to get to a point where it's just like, really? And nobody can see. Like Jamie said, the people who are in the know, but more people need to be in the know. Because this is really going to start to affect everyone. Regardless if you got the jab, didn't get the jab, thinking about the jab. This is about to really hit home in a lot of different ways for a lot of different people, everybody. So we're at the tipping point of Demolition Man. We've talked about it before on the show before. Literally, the tipping point for Demolition Man. where either you're above ground and you can't curse, or you get fined when you curse, and there's no more physical touching to have sex, which is downright idiotic. All right. Or you live underground and you eat rat burgers and you come above ground to rob Taco Bell. I'm just saying. I mean, that's where we're at. And it's crazy. Look, man, if you look at a lot of other countries that said no to jabs, most of their leadership is no longer with us on this plane of reality. And you think that's a coincidence? You really think that's a coincidence? That's not a coincidence, people. They're not playing. There is an agenda. That's why I tell people, I don't care if you got it, didn't get it. It makes no difference to me. We're all being fucked by the same people. All of us. Whether you got the jabby jab or no jabby jab, we are all catching it with no lube. All of us. If you think you're going to get away from this one unscathed, like you're just going to skate through, regardless if you got it or didn't get it, oh no. Whole lot of L's. L's are going to be taken on this one by a whole lot of people. Whether that's your job, whether that's loved ones, whether that's, there's too many damn things to list on things that are really going to really affect. Okay, how many L's is the Constitution going to take over this one? Civil liberties? Rights of any kind? I mean, come on now. So what you got there, Jamie? Look at this shit happening to take attention away from it. Well, look, I'm not even looking at it. Look, that's not even worth the energy. It's not. Now you see what I mean about scripted. They were created then to be ready for now. How we were over there 20 years, 4 presidents, and literally tens of billions of dollars. And we supposedly leave. We left. The government packed up, left, and took the army with them and said, yo, check this out. We're going to leave some guns behind because somebody's going to need these, but they ain't going to fit on the plane we're getting on. So when have you ever heard of an entire government packing up shop and taking the military with them? Never. Couldn't get them out for 20 years. But they all just leave. So now the group that we created, trained, is now back. We're helping them run off Al Qaeda. Does that make any sense to you? Like, just think about that. Like, they're not fighting. Their military, where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? On vacation? There has been zero, zilch, nada. Where they at? Where they at? We supposedly did a bombing to destroy the weapons that were left by the military. Where they at? Where they at? Did they switch sides? All of them? Because if they switch sides, they ain't in the military no more. Well, I mean, bought military, I guess you could say. There he is. There he is. There he is.
I can't be your lover.
But yeah, bro. Like, pretty much, I don't know if you were able to watch while you were away, or here while you were away?
Nothing. Blackout.
Okay, so pretty much we are rolling on the whole
Afghan.
Yes,
okay.
and the pure fuckery that is going on right now. Look, like, and Jamie was like, the distraction is for the whole Fauci wife thing, Afghanistan. I'm like, look, that to me is so. It's so far-fetched. It's so fictional. It's so scripted that, like, I can't even give energy to it, really. Like, I'd much rather be talking about something that's going to definitely affect the flow right here, will affect our civil rights and civil liberties. Because I'll tell you what, over there, look, you got people trying to leave the country. Why are they trying to leave the country? Because you helped Americans, didn't you? Yeah. You talked bad about the country, didn't you? Yeah. You talked bad about the Taliban, didn't you? Yeah. So guess what's going to happen to you? Yep, it's called Shahira law. They're going to chop your head off. They're going to chop your arm off. They're going to chop your legs off. They're going to get your toes. They don't care because they've got the backing of the leader of the free world. They were created by the leader of the free world many moons ago.
Yeah. But let's not forget what's going on right now makes for great conversation points as well as great photo ops. Okay? Let's call it what it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They have Americans that are still trapped in there. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if these Americans become a bargaining chip because the leader of the Taliban has already stated that he does not want any more Afghans leaving. He says you cannot take our doctors and our scientists and our other important figures any longer. He said so he is calling to where they are not able to leave. So if Americans get caught up in there, that will be the last holdout. Now, I will say this. There's been some recent deaths over there.
Oh,
just happened.
There's got to be. Because okay, look. Let's keep it, again, we going to keep it the new 8K, 1K, 100K. Okay. There's got to be deaths because that legitimizes the front. So there's got to be deaths, right?
Yep.
But guess what? Why do you think the number of troops is so low? Why? Because basically, have those people already been extracted? Is the news just behind as usual?
As usual.
Will those people get extracted? Look, here's what told me it was all fuckery. We don't want to work with Biden. Look here, bro. They said the same thing they did. They said the same thing when they were created.
After hearing we don't negotiate with terrorists.
Yeah, thank you. The scripts. Can you give me a new script, y'all? Can you write me something that actually is going to make me really, really, really pay attention? This whole husband and wife thing, that's got my interest peaked way more. Now, here's the bad part. The distraction is going to cost American lives eventually. They're going to cost military lives eventually. That's fucked up. That is fucked up. You see what I'm saying? But again, how many situations, and you being former military, coming from a military family, how many situations have we been in, told one thing, and then after it was over down the road, the truth comes out?
I'll answer that question like this. how many conflicts have we been engaged in where there was an honest issue really happening, to where we were actually needed as a country? That's the better question to ask, because the truth is there's not been one conflict we've been in to where we actually had to be in there to actually engage and do anything other than remove the resources, police the people, and establish a new stronghold in those areas. Because other than that, there's been no exact need for us to be in any area that we've been in. Now, they will say that there were things that we did to other groups that caused them to, like tariffs and bans and stuff like that, that caused them to get our guys, to have to start coming out there and setting up shop. Okay. But it's always been about guns, oil, and drugs.
Follow the money.
And if you don't like that acronym, let me make it easier for you. It's always been about God. All the time with America. So we're either helping the Muslims to become better Christians, or we're helping, plant more flowers in the rainforest. We're doing a lot of different things that have nothing to do with the preservation of our borders and making sure that we can avoid life and loss from our individual citizens. We continue to send our young boys, young girls, grown men, grown women into the hellfire because we simply don't want to take responsibility that failed foreign policies have no merit.
Well, outdated. Again, outdated. Never evolved.
Antiquated.
Like, periodically you have to amend things. You have to. Because evolution just kicks in. The only true constant in this world is change. So, I mean, change. Come on, people. Like, you've got to amend it. You have no choice but to, okay, so let's look at the now. Some things need to be changed.
Yep.
Let's look at the now. Some things need to be changed. But people fear what they can't control and don't understand. So again, what does that do?
Die.
It creates a bigger divide and a bigger divide. And the minute things start to get like this again, too close. Too close. Too close. Oh, yeah. No. Come on, man. Like, I knew something was coming when they elected Barack Obama, a man that nobody fucking heard about before. Black folks didn't even know who the fuck he was. The man spoke at the DNC, and I was like, uh-oh. Well, there goes the new president. They were like, oh, we'll never have a black president. I'm like, watch. Again, we were on the brink of civil war. We would have gone into some serious shit if he was not elected president. Serious shit. Just saying. Tension was thick. I'm talking, you could literally, you could cut it with a pen. That's how thick the air was back then. He was a pacifier.
Yep.
That's all he was a pacifier.
And I'm gonna tell you, you saw that, and I saw that too. And I'm gonna tell you, here's the honest truth. I feel like that speech that he gave not only was scripted to do exactly what it was, which was introduce him to the playing field, But I think also there was a spell that was employed on that speech to kind of set the minds in motion to actually start considering the next president to be a black man. And this has nothing to do with race. So I mean, by us saying black man, it's just the fact that we know that presidents are chosen, not elected.
Not elected.
So however
most of them are related.
The one exception to that rule, 45.
No. 45 was brought in. 45 was brought in. He was not going to break script. He was not going to break script. You have to. Okay, so what's the new word right now? What's the new thing that your business, if you want your business to be something, what's the new word? It starts with a D. A disruptor. What was 45? A disruptor who would not vary from the script. He was going to stay on script.
I agree with you. But here's the one thing that makes 45 the outcast out of all the presidencies. Bloodline. He was not of the bloodline of the descendants that have already been president. He was an anomaly. Even
or was he?
Yeah.
Because again,
an anomaly.
Go back. Whose daddy got Tesla shit? You owe, Pookie. You owe.
I agree.
The technology you got, my daddy gave you that shit. He didn't have to give you that shit. He could have took that shit over anywhere else in the world. He gave it to y'all. So guess what? You owe me. He dead. You owe. And I'll stay with the script because you know I'll stay with the script.
But the one difference is bloodline. We cannot negate bloodline.
I'm telling you. Or is he?
He is not. He's not of their bloodline, bro. Mm-hmm. He's not. He is not of their blood. He was rich. He was wealthy, and that was enough after several tries of being a president that got him in there. But this dude is not. Look, nobody wants to believe it, but Bush and Obama have the same bloodline.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You know.
Do you know what negates that? Rituals.
At that level, you got to think about it.
Because again, that bloodline was a bloodline of figureheads. They have no power, never have, never will.
Wrong. And the reason why I say that is because their bloodline is directly connected to the crown king and queen of England.
Yep. And and guess what? She getting smacked around right now to the point where like you don't, there is no power. Guess what? When America lost its corporation, she lost her power.
Look, that I would agree with, but it doesn't mean that she's not still getting royalties off of. That's still happening.
She gonna get the cheddar. She gonna get cheddar and make it better. But when it comes to all bow to the queen, but no, meh.
You know, it's America had to go through that phase of taking it from an oligarch to leaving royalty into business and then into the next phase so they could phase that process out, because everything's been phased out through business. The rewriting of laws, the redictating of laws, the changing things up as necessary. So there was an anomaly there, and that's the one thing that nobody can dispute is that with 45 there was an anomaly. He was on script and off script, totally unpredictable. All right.
Was he? Or was he? In the bigger scheme of things, they actually got people believing you free. They actually got people believing they ain't slaves. We all slaves. Everybody. They actually got the cloak. We tried it. We got a certain group of people to believe it. But how do we get everybody else to believe it? And then they just made everybody. The clouded mind sees nothing.
I hear where you're coming from, brother. I hear where you're coming from. But the reason why I say an anomaly is because the people on his side did not want him. The people against him did not want him. Nobody wanted this dude in there, bro. Nobody wanted him in there. Nobody.
Perfect disruptor. Disruptor.
I get that. I get that. You need a disruptor for what? A reset. What does a disruptor do? They get things prepared for a reset. He was the ultimate reset.
Oh,
Biden
no.
now
he's not done.
No,
he ain't done.
No, I know. Because guess what? When you put a reset in there, right? When you put a reset in there, when you change things up, you don't know what's gonna come from that especially if it's never been done before. They've never done a reset before.
No.
They've never done a reset.
And this is a old school Nintendo reset. This is a literal take it out, blow on it. You got to put it in, pull it back out, put it in barely so it makes a little click sound when you put it in. And then you got to close the top real slow, or you got to leave it open and fold up a paper plate and put it in there. That's that type of That's the type of reset that's coming. And I'm telling you, he's going to usher that in.
It's here. It's here. It's here, bro. Listen, you want to know watch this. I'm going to tell you why the reset is already here. And he had to usher in the reset because the reset is where everything new happens at. I'm going to tell you something that I found out today. All right. And you can do this, Earth and Sky. Here we go.
Interactive, baby. Interactive.
We're going interactive on them. All right. COVID, right? DIVOC, meaning, right? Divock is a term derived from Hebrew word which means debuk, D-Y-B-B-U-K, however that's pronounced, which is an evil spirit capable of processing other creatures. And it is believed to be the suffering soul of the dead. The reason why I even bring that up is because when we talk about a reset, that means up, down, right, left. All of that is switched up. All of that is switched up. Nothing makes sense anymore. Why? Because the reset means everything is shut off and everything is brought back on, minus the gap of the reset period. '45 was the reset. That's why he had to usher it in. A lot of people are still acting like he didn't play his part.
Oh, yeah.
He played his part.
And still playing his part.
And still playing the part. He has not broke character yet.
No.
In his mind, he's still the president.
To the point where literally he's still making demands. As if he is still 45.
He left. Watch this. He left. If you go back the way and look at the way he left and the way Nixon left.
Ooh.
Similar. Identical. Identical.
Yep.
That's why I really didn't want. I really didn't want to tear off the Band-Aid on that one because I knew it was still healing. But the truth is what it is. The truth is what it is.
My man pulled out, I could never tell a lie. Really? Deep Throat got you, didn't it? Deep Throat got him. The real Deep Throat got Bill too.
Yep. Deep Throat don't stop.
That was too easy.
Deep Throat don't stop.
No, don't stop. Don't. I mean, it don't stop. So, yeah.
So, whether we're right or wrong, time will tell. That's all. I mean, I'm not saying anything else. Hillary's in charge.
Oh, she's calling governments. Did you not hear she called Canada? Talk to Mr. Justin Trudeau.
Trudeau.
And they were and she's acting like she still got her title. What's she doing talking about foreign policy?
Hey, it's just a friendly conversation between two friends. Nothing major. Nothing major.
Well, look, Star Wars, Obi-Wan got droids sitting right next to him. Stormtroopers is like, nothing to see here. There's nothing to see here. No droids here. You can go now.
Hey, that part all the way.
I mean,
you know, the thing is, man.
Neither, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, because at this point, look, if I'm going to have what's supposed to be an actual leader, we haven't had one of those in a long time.
Well, let me answer that question this way. You have impetuous and irrational, and you have damn near catatonic, almost half dead.
He's not. Look. I keep trying to tell y'all, and I will stick. Look. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. The man's an android. Y'all think I'm playing.
Everybody say the same thing.
Look at him back when he was VP. Look at him now. Look at his mannerisms. Look at his flow. That man was fit as a fiddle when he was VP. So you're trying to tell me 4 years went by and his health didn't go on to pure dog shit? Yeah, it went to pure dog shit when the program melts because it's hot outside and they didn't factor in humidity. Who then crashed the whole damn political system because it's shit. It's been shit, and ain't nobody called it shit. Or people just so used to shit that they're just numb to the shit. Well, the whole damn thing. And rebuild the whole system.
You got to think. It's the whole situation right now is on zombie mode.
Yes.
I don't know if you play Call of Duty, but the game, the political game, is on zombie mode, which means that there's not a living person in the game besides from you. So we are the living people, and no matter which side you go for, they're zombies because they're not thinking for themselves, they're not acting for themselves, they don't feed themselves, they don't wipe their asses. They're zombies. You don't have an adrenochrome hookup? We need one. Look, let's go to that pizza factory for Pizzagate and see if we can get that adrenochrome there.
Right, get a little mystic going on.
Yeah, get a little Mr. Pizza. You know?
See,
we're always put with these choices to where we have to choose the lesser two evils. Blood, scary.
Shit. Let's just call it what it is. See, instead of picking something, fucking do what needs to be done. Tear it down and rebuild it. Because guess what's going to happen? It's going to happen again and again and again and again and again. Like, when's it going to stop? Now, I made a post on Facebook. And I said to people, you need to brush up on your personal law, your business law, and your maritime law.
Yep.
The shit that's coming down the pipe, people are going to literally be lost. I mean, to the point where they're just going to be like, so shocked, numb, paralysis is going to set in on hundreds of millions of people.
They're not going to believe it.
Yeah. They're not going to believe it. Okay. That was the plan. Again, that was the plan. The plan was never for the people to ever have a say, to ever actually do anything. The system was never set up for the people.
Let's
never set up for the people.
Look, once again, are we Earth and Sky?
Earth and Sky.
Okay, so let's keep it 1K. The people who look like they are calling the shots are not the shot callers.
Nowhere
I think that at this point in time, in our representation and recognition of our political systems, we have to pull our head out of our four-point of contact, as we used to say in the military, and we have to recognize that the people who are calling the shots are behind the throne, okay, and have always been. So you have kingmakers who will help put people into position, but those people are strictly puppetry. They're strictly for good looks. They're strictly to keep us engaged. How? By doing tomfoolery, like ruining or doing whatever. Look, to me, hindsight 2020, I'd rather have Trump back in there. I'll be honest with you.
Well,
I mean, because the Democrats have shown me the true evil that they are. But at that being said, if I got to pick between evil and evil, I'm not going to pick.
But see, that's what we, the people, actually need to do. Other countries do it, but you see, they got them too. Because basically, the reason why other countries laughed at us, and they laughed at us, and you can go to other countries and they'll tell you, like, before all this pandemic shit, they laughed at America because it's like, y'all soft. Like, y'all run around, you got high murder rates, and y'all carry guns and you shoot people, but the people you should be bucking up to, you're not.
No.
So y'all soft as baby shit, right? The one thing those governments, they allowed their people to protest and do their thing, and well, we're going to strike and we're going to do this. Those governments never pulled the death card. But now there is a agenda that the whole globe has to go under. So I'm going to make you literally fear your mortality. You're going to listen to me now? You're going to buck up now? Dude, Australia was literally about to turn into a fucking prison. Them people said, no. We're going to have to do something with this because this is not working. Like, it was to the point where there were roadblocks everywhere. They were carding people. You got it? You ain't got it? All right, we need to go over here. You ain't got it? You got it? You got it? Or you ain't got it? You got to go over here? Like, bad. Australia, literally. Bad.
Here's the thing, right? The truth is They have never, will never, and can never have enough enforcement to enforce all the people, enforce all the laws on all the peoples. So the reason why I say that is because they know the only thing they can do is to capture the minds of the people. And by capturing the minds of the people, that will keep them in place. That will keep them locked down. Like, let's be honest. They said lockdown for COVID. If everybody said no and walked, system collapse. Can they risk a system collapse? No.
Well, they showed that when America locked down, the world's economy went to shit.
Yeah.
It went to bed, shit to bed. Dude, look, that mattress is soiled.
Hence, 3 stimulus checks later. 3.
Oh, no.
1, 2, 3. Why? Because if we're gonna keep a man, we gotta pay him to stay in.
We gotta keep him dependent on us. Hence, you're gonna make more sitting on your ass than you're gonna have a job. Oh, and seeing that basically we gotta keep the welfare thing going, even though we said we were gonna cancel that shit a long time ago. Notice they still haven't.
Yep.
Oh, child income credits. Yes, you've got people literally getting cashed out $7,200, $14,000. Are you fucking kidding me? But what's the difference from getting welfare or robbing the unemployment system? What's the difference? And here's what people don't think. You got to pay taxes on that money. If you're broke, you're getting this what you think is free money. The IRS is going to get paid. One way or another, the IRS is going to get theirs.
You're not going to keep taking away from the king and queen's money. See, that's what we have forgot, is that we still have to pay the king. We still have to pay the crown. If we don't pay the crown, that revolution that was fought so many years ago, there's going to be another one.
Oh.
Because the taxes are not for us. We may say that the taxes are for the roads, and no, the taxes have been and will always be. The same way that Haiti has to pay France, or had to pay France.
Yeah, they
the same way that we still have to pay Britain.
Oh, kind of like Hong Kong.
Oh.
Why you think China wildin', son? No, we keeping our money. We're keeping our money. And if you want out, we'll kill all y'all. Y'all got to die. But we're keeping that.
So I mean, we just have to at this point in time, man, we just have to realize that the truth is, you know, we have not wanted to wake up as a people. And I'm not saying a color people, as a people. See, racism is a manufactured idea. Divide. Okay? All of these things are manufactured ideas. Terrorism was a manufactured idea. Proof is in the pudding when you look at what comes from all of these different things. Whether it's Patriot Acts, whether it's the Jabby Jab Wars, you name it.
No, that's real.
But that's because we got to keep it real, man. We got to keep it real. We can't get beside ourselves acting like this illusionary lifestyle that we live is real. It's not. It's not real. It's not real. It's built on a house of cards, and we're now seeing that they've removed the cards. So the magic trick is to create the house of cards and then remove all the cards at the base and keep stacking those cards on top. How does that happen? Fuckery.
Pure, unadulterated
fuckery.
Everybody equally. There is no group being fucked worse than another group.
There's not. Look. They used to tell us that, well, at least I'm not black, right? Remember that? At least I'm not black. But listen, I talk to people every day. Well, Monday through Friday, my work days, okay? And they are in trailers, and they are poor as shit, and they are white, and I don't know if I would rather live in a trailer or a fucking project home. I don't know. But
one the same.
They're living the same way. They're living, not only are they living the same way, the only thing that separates them is the locale, the locale where they're at.
That's it.
Because if you're in a Midwestern region, 9 times out of 10 there's no projects there. The density of population is not as dense.
Right.
But guess what? Poverty is still just as real as it was before.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So here, it's not going to be about black and white, because that is a cop-out for all of us humans.
We're so far beyond, we're so far beyond that in the actuality. But what's got to be portrayed is the difference, the separation.
Yeah.
So everybody's pointing a finger at each other and not pointing a finger at the groups, the leaders that were elected by the people. Really? Come on. Now, mind you, I know the fuckery that goes on in politics. You know how I know the fuckery? Because I worked in the state capitol in Albany, New York. When I lived in New York, I was the liaison between the special interest groups and the politicians. And here's how this works. So,
do tell.
You are an upstanding young man, Mr. Earth. We really appreciate what you bring to the table. We're so happy you got elected. There is a meeting that you need to attend in Maui.
But of course,
everything all inclusive, all expenses paid. Don't have to worry about anything, Mr. Earth. As a matter of fact, you can take anybody you want with you. Anybody. Your meeting is set for 3:00 at the pool. Mr. Earth gets to said Maui. Mr. Earth gets to said pool. Mr. Earth is sitting in the pool at the pool bar. Someone walks up, hands Mr. Earth an envelope, and walks away. Now, Mr. Earth can do one of two things at this point. Mr. Earth can either keep that envelope or not take that envelope. Now, they've already got you pegged, Mr. Earth, because they already know exactly how much debt you're in. They know exactly how many kids you got, what your college bills are, the whole nine. When you open that envelope to see what's in it, you're like, wait, and you're going to do this again? Wait a minute. So all I got to do is go on these meetings? And this? Now corruption has started. Because now they own your ass. And there's nothing you can do about it. We need, look. Mr. Earth is strongly against this. And he's strongly against this, and he'll never. Breaking news. Mr. Earth actually voted for what he said he would never vote for. And everybody's like, why would he ever do that? I don't understand. Why would he do that? You know why? You know why? Because money talks and bullshit wins the marathon, people. And they already had Mr. Earth pegged. They knew exactly how to get him.
Facts, Charles. Facts.
You see what I'm saying? They knew exactly how to get him. Yes, a baldy. Rocking a baldy, of course. You know what I'm saying? But welcome to politics. It's always been that way. Again, they need to have the fresh faces who can get the energy. Politics is not about votes, people. The whole political system is about energy. It's about taking your energy, good, bad, and different, for or against. They don't give a hot red ass. They take your energy and they transmute it to whatever the fuck they need it for.
Whatever.
Okay, so everybody knows that Wayfair is shipping kids in fucking like $30,000 curio cabinets. Wayfair still in business? Yeah. Yep.
Wayfair shipping kids. What?
Oh, bro, you didn't hear about that?
Man, I ordered my bed. The bed I sleep on came from Wayfair. The bed my daughter sleeps on came from Wayfair.
But you didn't. But did you pay $40,000 for it though?
I know.
Okay, then.
No.
So you didn't get the special prize. So
you mean to tell me if I pay $39,800 and some odd dollars, I can get
that hutch? Yes, for that hutch, you look. You might hear a cough come from the box. Let's just put it
down. Oh my goodness. What a world we live in. I actually thought that my vote mattered.
Shit. Look here, man.
I need some gentlemen in my life. Where's the gentleman at? Where's the gentleman at?
Look here, man. Look here, man. It's bad. It's bad. The fuckery is bad. The fuckery is truly afoot. But here's the thing, though.
Think about it.
They all understand. They all understand. The reason why it's so bad is because it's coming to an end and there's nothing they can really do about it except for make everybody else go through hell with them.
No breaks.
None. They can't stop it. It's already been set into motion and it's just like, damn, we got to see this through. Because again, people, I try to tell you, everybody's like, well, they said it was the age of Aquarius and it's supposed to be love and light. It's supposed to be, didn't do your research. You didn't do your research, people. You just basically caught a one-sided story that will get you, that could get you hurt.
You listen to that song too much.
You're right. Because the actual truth of the age of Aquarius is it's order through chaos.
This is the age of Aquarius.
Yeah, Rock.
Aquarius.
Yeah, Rock. They bums, Rock. They bums. They bums. Yeah, Rock. They thought it was all gonna be love and light, Rock. They're training, Rock. They bums, Rock.
Never gonna make it.
They bums, Rock. They bums.
Never. You bums, Rock. You're never gonna make it. Not through the age of Aquarius. You're never gonna make it.
No, but see, that's the it. You see what I mean? It's when are we all going to realize, again, like you said, as a troop up, that we with opposables are all being fucked by the same people.
All of us. And I bet the people that are fucking us don't have opposable thumbs.
Because they're not. Yeah, you know, I ain't trying to, you know. The hills have eyes.
I mean, look, let me ask you this, right? What kind of individual What kind of human? Let's go there. What kind of human would work tirelessly and effortlessly to see the extinction of over 7.5 billion people? What type of entity are human? I mean, look.
We don't live that long. we just don't live that long. Think about it, people. He brings up a very valid point. There are those entities that are out there who could care less about the human existence. Their whole flow is to suck the life out of planets and bounce. Now, you can call it BS, you can call it hocus pocus, you can call it what you want to call it, and that's perfectly fine. And you are well within your right to do so, and I fully understand. But when the shit hits the fan, and if you're over the age of 40, you're gonna think back to a show called The Final Battle.
Yep.
And you're gonna be like, they were trying to tell us then. Yeah, bro, but it's too late for you. Because basically, if you...
It was good while it lasted. Great while it lasted.
Look, the earth is doing things that it's always done. Always done. This earth runs in cycles. There's nothing that we can do to this planet that hasn't already been done probably about a good 5 times or so. You see what I mean?
They say Father Time is undefeated.
Undefeated.
What about Mother Nature?
Undefeated.
That's a bad bitch.
That's a bad bitch. She made Trina look soft. And Trina's the baddest bitch. At least she says she's the baddest bitch. Mother Nature, woo. Do you think Iceland was always green? And do you think that Greenland is always icy?
You're giving them too much, man. You're giving them too much. You're giving them too much, man. We coming up on the 2-hour mark. We're gonna have to wrap it, bro. Because you give it up like that's been the head busser. The head busser. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Truth be told, if I was a voting man, I would have voted for Trump. You know why? Because Trump goes against those who he ain't supposed to go against. Trump is about the fucking chaos. Because
disruptor. The disruptor.
Look, he came in disrupting from day one, talking about fake news. And guess what we are exposed to now? Fake news. We're now seeing, listen, we're not only seeing the fake news, there is a thing. Go in there and type fake news on YouTube, and I bet you they're going to show you one video where it shows all of the news stations saying the same exact thing, same colors, same verbiage, word for word. He exposed it. See, Trump was telling motherfuckers the truth. Biden will never, can never, and will not be able to tell any forms of truth. Not saying that Trump was giving the truth. He was giving us the game plan that he was supposed to give us, because once again, he was saying what he was supposed to say.
What did...
Out of the shadows.
Yes, out of the
shadow knows.
The shadow knows. Now, see, here's how you know it's all scripted. You know what, people? If I was to run for president, I'd be a Republican. Because they'll believe anything you tell them. And what party did 45 run under? How many years, how many decades ago did he say that, people? Did you not get the memo? That man was pegged to be 45 back then, which is why he said what he said, because they can't do it without telling you about it first. He knew then he was going to be president of the United States. He knew then. They knew then. Come on. Why would you say that and then run in that party? Why wouldn't you run independent? You got your own money.
Thank you, bro. Get out of my head. Jesus, B. I can't think over here without you in my head.
Oh, there's always got to look. There's that much truth in every lie.
Here's the ratio. In every lie, there's at least 20% truth.
Oh, it's the 80-20 all day. All day. I thoroughly agree with that. Thoroughly. But when you start again, they keep you rat race, shock and awe, fuckery. So you can't go back and play connect the dots. So you don't have enough time to actually sit back and say, you know what? Not only did he say that, he said that on like he was recorded saying it. It wasn't like a reporter heard him say it and wrote it down. He was videotaped saying it. And then for him to be 45, and he never referenced it, nor did anyone in the Republican Party reference the fact that the man called them all flat out stupid. And then he hijacked the party just like he said he would decades beforehand. Come on. But it's not scripted. But I'm not a rapper.
I think
Dadan, and Dadan.
Hey. Hey. I think you should take us out with a commercial, man. Because truth be told, that weekly wrap up was more like, we're going to give you the real, not just what you've been seeing on the news as of the week.
We are
that's the real
journalists. We swing vines in places that most people don't want to swing, but we're gorillas. We allow our energy to come out, so we swing that vine. Somebody's got to swing that vine. A lot of people think the way we think. They talk the way we talk around the water cooler behind closed doors. We just so happen to have been having these conversations for 20 plus years, and now we've invited the World Wide Web in on our conversation. That's all.
That's what it is. See, that's why you won't hear us getting into conversations and fights like ignorant, idiotic assholes. Assholes. We look, you guys probably heard the most disagreement that we've had in any of these shows in this show right here. And you probably didn't even know what was going on. Why? Because the absolute is called truth. Everything else is called facts. Called crew?
No, called Oreo.
Called Oreo. See, we don't want to see if we did that, look. See, you know what, Jamie? I can't with this guy.
Look, he's a disruptor.
He's a disruptor.
That Jamie guy is a disruptor.
Yeah. I had to put Gorilla Oreos on it or something like that. I gotta, forget Oreos, eat Gorilla Oreos or something. I don't know, man. Yeah, but you know what, Jamie? I feel you, brother. It's a perfect way, but that's why it's interactive, because we didn't want to, eliminate anybody from having their say. You know what I mean? We didn't want to eliminate anybody from having their way. We wanted to make sure everybody could get their say. And we want to make sure that, you understand why we're saying what we're saying. Because there's a lot of talk going on, and we won't find out which one is right until it's too late. You may have to ask for that shit when you go like, hey, you know what, God? Was this real, or was that
Memorex?
And if he tells you, my child, that was Memorex. Hey, just tell him, hey, you know what? Earth and Sky is coming out here pretty soon. When they get here, just let them know that I said it was Memorex. You said it was Memorex. No harm, no foul. Talk to you on the other side. Just saying.
We say the things a lot of people want to say, but for whatever reason, don't say publicly. And I get it. I truly do get it. It's not for everybody to be a jungle journalist. It's not for everybody to truly speak your mind on a world forum. I get it. So somebody's got to do that. Earth doesn't mind. I don't mind. We made it interactive so everybody could join in, so you could get this off your chest. This is affecting families. This is affecting people's health. This is affecting people's money. So everybody's got something to say. We just so happen to have an interactive platform to allow you to get this shit off your chest. So hopefully you end your week and drop it all off here. Have a good weekend. Get some good tomorrow, because you're going to get some more good later on today.
Right.
Just so you know. Because we will be back today. And then that way you can reset. We talked about resets. You can reset. So, that's why we're here, people. You know what I'm saying? Again, we've been having these conversations for 20 plus years. Why thank you, my good man? Why thank you?
Bourbon?
Oh, yeah. Dude, love his bourbon. Man, love
hey, if you need something to make your chest hairs grow, bourbon.
Bourbon get you. Bourbon get you good. But on that note, we're gonna take it out with a bourbon and chest hairs. Until later on today. Hey, appreciate you too, Charlie, for sure. You know the drill.
Charlie,
have a good night and good evening.
Jamie, have a good night, brother.
Yes.
Hey, we appreciate y'all, man.
And keep shaving that, man, because that bourbon gonna keep it growing, bro.
And Jamie, just so you know, I took all my hair from up here and I put it on my chin, so it didn't make me look even older, because they were starting to call me Rollo.
Well, I'll definitely text you, but I'm slowly working on 24 hours of being awake, which is why you saw me drinking Dunkin' after midnight.
Drinking Dunkin' after midnight.
For real. So, all right, y'all. It's been real. It's been fun. We will catch y'all literally.
And it's been real fun.
In about probably 16 to 18 hours, we're going to catch y'all again. Like I said, it might be something special for y'all. You might get some really special, goody good. But until that note,
ain't nothing but love for you.
Earth and Sky.
Earth and Sky party.
We gonna pay some bills real quick, because we didn't pay no bills during the show.
We ain't paid no bills.
Well, we actually paid a lot of bills during the show, but we gonna take it out on some bill paying.
We about to write the receipts right now, just so y'all know.
Right. All right, y'all. Until later on today.